Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jan Moses back here with another edition of the Salary Cap Report. You can see here that we have less than 3 days left until round 2 begins for salary cap here in season 3 of NBA 2K25 My Team. I'm recording this at it's about 11:45 a.m. Eastern on Tuesday, December the 10th. We're still live on YouTube, by the way, so shout out to the 25 people hanging out with me in chat while I get this video out for you guys real quick. Although this video should be dropping later on in the afternoon today. You can see we're at 1,655 points for round 1, and we need 2,500 points to get that second and final Shattered prize piece that we can get in round 1 towards the 3 we need for that first Pink Diamond Hidden Gems card that we can get in salary cap. Again, the nice thing is if you end up losing a bunch, you'll still get points for every loss, and you can lose your way to the top, which honestly, with a 7-6 record so far through 13 games, it looks like we're going to be reliant on some of our losses because, as I mentioned in our previous salary cap report episode, these games have all been, for the most part, really, really sweaty. It's not the same casual gaming experience that we had in Season 2, and I feel like it's because salary cap has arguably one of the, if not the best rewards that you can get for the amount of effort that you're putting in. Which is, again, those 2 Pink Diamond Hidden Gems cards that you can get by the end of Season 3. Looks like my chef just got bought. That's pretty nice for $64.50. So yeah, on paper, getting 2 Pink Diamond Hidden Gems for getting 2,500 points every 2 weeks in salary cap is a pretty solid value proposition, I think, when you're looking at your time and where you should invest it in this game. If you play this game online, you know, Showdown, the ladders are whatever, Triple Threat Online Park, the ladders are whatever. If you're into those game modes, it's worth it. I am not into Showdown or Triple Threat Park, and so for that reason, I'm sticking with salary cap because, you know, I can't just be an offline gamer when it comes to my team this year because Breakout's really not good at all, in my opinion, right now. And Domination's fine. You can see we are level 17 right now, so we have been making progress towards our level. I'm still a little under the weather, and I was pretty sick over the weekend. And so for that reason, I was mostly in my apartment or, you know, at my parents' house. And so for that reason, I ended up just grinding out some domination. My girlfriend was also sick, so it's not like, you know, we could do anything together. So we basically just kind of took it easy. I played some dom and got my level up, which is kind of nice. So now we're in a pretty good place where I don't feel like I have to get 1 level per day. So, and I am trying to grind. I think it's for levels 28 and 30 where you get those diamond option packs. Really hoping I can get at least 1 diamond out of those 2 packs that I can put towards my salary cap lineup for round 2 or round 3, depending on when we hit that level. I want to show you guys my lineup because, you know, at surface value, or I should say at the surface, at face value, I'm combining sayings together. That's not good. It's the brain fog, man. I'm telling you, being sick and recording YouTube videos is not fun. At the surface, it looks like my team's salary has not changed, and so initially I thought that 2K didn't update the salary values for the players in this game, but that is not true, and I know that because I feel like one of the players who I always go to check his salary value is my GOAT Jarvis Hayes. He has been sitting at 500 salary for the last, I want to say 2 weeks. He's finally back down to 300 salary, which is great, and there are some other cards that have dropped in value as well. I always tell you guys, you know, check on Tuesdays, check on Saturday mornings, and see which of your higher end cards have dropped in their salary values. I want to show you guys, for example, for me, Terry Porter, I think he was at 2,500 salary. He's now down to 2,000. James Silas, I think he was also above 2,000. He's back down to 2,000 salary. Brent Berry, unfortunately, still at 3K. Travis Grant is now down to 2,000 salary, which is really, really nice. Same with Brandon Jennings, which is very, very nice. And then Obi Toppin, I think for the first time ever, is not at 2,000 salary. He's now down to 1,200 salary, which is very interesting. And so I think we need to make a change. And I think for the first time in a while, I'm going to be benching Nene because while Nene is really good, I just don't know if I want to be able to, or if I want to run out a lineup that has 2 centers that are both maxed out at 2,000 salary. Nene's great, but I feel like I haven't really been eating with him as much as I could. He is a difference maker, and it's not like I'm going to be making this move because Nene isn't good. It's just because I want to try to upgrade the rest of my team. And if I bring in a guy like Channing Frye, who is now dropped from 800 salary down to 500 salary, I feel like that'll give us a lot more lineup versatility. Tristan da Silva is a really solid card, but with him being at 500, I could bring in Jarvis Hayes, who, while his jumper is a little more funky, I can green it, and Jarvis Hayes is now cheaper salary-wise than Tristan da Silva. But by benching Nene Hilario, I can now bring in an even better power forward tier-wise than Jarvis Hayes or Tristan da Silva, and that is going to be the aforementioned Obi Toppin, who is now down to 1,200 salary, which I think is really, really nice. But it does not stop there. Another change I was looking at today is my guy, Craig Elo. He's now back down to 500 salary. So this is the guy that I am looking at. I'm keeping that salary value in my back pocket in case I want to make a change later on. Because again, we are still streaming. We're about to play our first salary cap game. I could bring in Craig Elo a little bit later, and I'll talk about why I'm looking at these players like Jarvis Hayes and Craig Elo, who they're not going to make my rotation. I'm going to tell you guys that right now for this current iteration of my salary cap lineup, but there's a reason why I might have to bring them in. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to bench Toumani Camara for right now. I'm going to bring him here in place of Klay Thompson, and I'm going to bench Klay Thompson because while I do like Klay, I feel like I want a little more speed out there, and with us benching Nene Hilario, we can now bring in a diamond who's at 2,000 salary that I think is going to make a difference for us potentially, and that is Travis Grant, one of the first, if not the first, Hidden Gems diamond. I think I might have gotten Terry Porter first, but if that's the case, then Travis Grant was my second Hidden Gems that I've ever gotten. I love this card because his jumper is pretty smooth, and he has Hall of Fame Deadeye, and I believe he has silver on-ball menace along with gold pick dodger, so he should be a pretty damn solid shooting guard, and he is 6'7" as well. 82 three-pointer, which is not bad. Respectable defensive ratings and 87 speed. This card could hopefully provide us with some offensive firepower in the starting lineup over a guy like Toumani Camara, who I felt like was a little redundant. Having him next to Mario Chalmers was nice because Toumani is a good defender, but he can't really create for himself, and he'll hopefully provide us with some solid impact off the bench. I could bench him for Klay Thompson. I could also bench him for Craig Elo. We're going to mess around with all that stuff a little bit later. I could also bench Sharif Abdur-Rahim for Obi Toppin, but as of right now, I kind of like having this lineup the way it is currently. I trust in my point guards in Mario Chalmers and Stephon Castle to still get the job done. If I need to make a move, if I need to bench Mario Chalmers, he is still at 1,200 salary, I believe. Yes, he is. So I could bench him for another 1,200 salary point guard like Jalen Brunson, because I know Jalen Brunson will get my offense going in salary cap. But the other move I'm going to make, I'm going to be benching Matisse Thybulle, at least for right now, because while I like Matisse, I have to bring in my GOAT, Jarvis Hayes. And as of right now, this is the lineup that I'm thinking about bringing into salary cap today. We're going to start with this, and we're going to see, because now this gives me 2 diamonds and an amethyst that I really like in DeAndre Ayton in my starting lineup, along with Sharif, who with all these badges is basically an amethyst, and then Mario Chalmers, who's basically an amethyst as well with all of his badges. So I think that's a pretty damn solid starting 5 with a bench that I think is going to have some firepower. Obi, I was shocked to see, is as good as he is defensively. His jumper's fine, obviously a great dunker, a great slasher, pretty solid passer. 83 perimeter and 83 interior is great. He's going to hopefully help us with rebounding. I was really struggling to get rebounds with Tristan da Silva as my power forward. We'll see. Hopefully having Obi next to Channing Frye, who is always pretty scrappy on the boards, will help. Obi has gold rebound chaser as well, which I think should be really helpful. Yeah, that's basically what I got for you guys in terms of that. Now, a couple of things before we get on out of here. I don't think he's ready for us yet. Yeah, Robert Covington is still pending, unfortunately, but I did buy Sapphire Robert Covington for about 5K MT. He was going for about 15K earlier, and I did talk about him in the video that I dropped earlier, going over the Knockdown Night set and the agendas, but this card is going to be an absolute monster defensively. 9 gold badges, including on-ball menace, immovable, an interceptor, set shot specialist on offense should be really nice with that 86 three-pointer, which I think is pretty damn solid. One of the few cards that has a much better three-pointer than mid-range shot, which is pretty funny. Interior and perimeter defense, both really nice. And with that interior being at 83, I could throw him in at the 4 in place of Obi. And then that'll give me 400 more salary to mess with because he is at, I think, 800 salary. The rebounding is fine, nothing too special. I just don't know if I want to have Robert Covington next to Channing Frye because I might be giving up too many rebounds because neither card is great rebounding. But I think this card's going to be a card that I have to find a place for in my salary cap lineup, and I'll make it work. I'll figure out a place to put him for sure. And then besides that, I don't really know who else I want to put into my salary cap lineup from this set. Maybe a Malcolm Brogdon, but with him being at 1,200 salary, that kind of rules him out. So yeah, we're going to end this video by opening up a couple of packs. I think I have one here, this 87 pack, which will probably just be Series 1 players again, which I hate, but you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and open up that pack first. And then we have a 90 plus pack. That one could get interesting. We'll have to see. This one only has Series 1 cards. We'll take Paul George, and we'll quick sell him for 700. What the hell is this? Can I send these all to my auctions? Okay, that was weird. Oh, cool. We just glitched out MyTeam. That's so exciting. Okay, let's go back and open up our 90 plus packs. Maybe that was the glitch we needed to secretly juice our 90 plus option pack we're about to open right now. Here we go. Come on. Give me a good Gems of the Game 90 plus. All right, well, we get Anthony Davis, who I don't have, but that's not the Anthony Davis I wanted. We also get Chris Gatling. Interesting. 2 Hall of Famers, 15 gold badges. Can he shoot the basketball? 79. Okay. 85 driving dunk. Great defensively. So we're going to take the Gatling gun himself. We'll take Chris Gatling. Now, is he at 1,200 or at 2,000 salary? That's the big question. If I had to guess, it's going to be 2,000 because he's a Gems of the Game card. Let's see. Yeah, he's at 2,000 salary, which is a little unfortunate. But we'll see. Maybe we'll take him into shoot around once we're done with this recording. And we'll try him out to see. But Chris Gatling looks like a pretty interesting card. Hope you guys found this video kind of helpful. Again, the main takeaway from all these salary cap report episodes: Tuesdays and Saturdays. Go and check your lineups. Go and see what players have gone up and down in salary, especially those higher end cards and those like really, really low tier cards. Because again, a card like Jarvis Hayes, like Channing Frye, who are only 300 and 500 salary, the lowest salaries for their respective tiers, these cards end up being the glue that keeps your team together, because bringing in cards like these will allow you to bring in higher end cards like, for me, a Jaime Jaquez Jr. or like a DeAndre Ayton, who is, you know, at the same salary as Jaime, even though he's one tier lower. But I need DeAndre Ayton because I don't have a lot of bigs that can shoot that are also really good on defense. I need to find a way to keep Ayton on my team because while I don't love his jumper, he's a vital part to my team, and I can't bring in a guy like him without having guys like Channing Frye and Jarvis Hayes off the bench who are really low in salary that can still contribute to my team. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, I will see you all later.